probably already know how to use Facebook and scroll past the cringy, outdated memes your dad shares from 2010, but have you ever wondered what it would be like to live the life of a man who founded Facebook? We're Deluxe Living, and we're here to give you a taste of how the 1% live. Like this video, click subscribe, and hit that notification bell so we can keep you posted on all things Deluxe and more. If you want to know more about how billionaire Mark Zuckerberg lives and maybe live a life as large as his, then keep on watching. Mark Zuckerberg. You know who he is. This self-made billionaire is known for being the inventor and CEO of Facebook. The 38-year-old launched a Facebook in his Harvard dorm room, and since then, connecting with people has never been easier. His life now as a husband and a father of two is very different from his life as the CEO of a startup when Facebook was just starting out in Silicon Valley. To be honest, we can't tell you that Mark was an early bird in the early 2000s. All we know is that he spent most of his time working on giving his startup a brighter future. Chief Operating Officer Sheryl Sandberg was even quite shocked by the startup's work culture as she described a phone call she had with Mark. The working mother supposedly wanted to ask Mark a question, so she called him at about 9:30 p.m. When Mark answered, he said it was at dinner and requested if they could call again later that evening. Sandberg was shocked at how late the Facebook team worked, as she was accustomed to sleeping by 10 p.m. and taking care of her kids in the early hours of the day. It is this fast-paced night owl lifestyle that changed Facebook into a billion-dollar success and made Zuckerberg a household name. For Mark and Facebook's first 550 employees, work was nothing like what you would expect it to be. The 2010 film written by Aaron Sorkin and directed by David Fincher, The Social Network gives you a taste of this modern hustle culture in the tech industry. Instead of that boring old 9 to 5, they attended meetings late into the night or even stayed at their desk for all-nighter hackathons. The movie features how Mark, played by Jesse Eisenberg, launched Facebook from the confines of his Harvard dorm room and then went on to form the most unconventionally run tech company known for its parties and rush coding. Although this movie was a critically acclaimed attempt at sharing a taste of Zuckerberg's wild work life, the real Mark stated that the movie did have its fair share of inaccuracy. He told the public, "I think the reality is that writing code and then building a product and building a company is not a glamorous enough thing to make a movie about. So you can imagine that a lot of this stuff they had to embellish or make up." Do you think The Social Network does Facebook's origin story justice? Let us know in the comments below. Now that you know what Mark's life was like when Facebook was just a startup, we bet you want to know more about his life nowadays. We're here to tell you that it is indeed quite different. Ironically though, the tech billionaire starts his day in a way that's not very different from how we normal people do. Right after he wakes up, the first thing Mark does is check his Facebook, Facebook Messenger, and WhatsApp. Like most of us, Mark still wants to be updated about what's going on in the world and if anyone's contacting him. Surprise! He's human too. And, like all humans, he needs exercise. Zuckerberg stated that he exercises about 3 times each week and takes his dog named Beast to his exercise sessions. This adorable rug-looking dog brightens up Mark's morning runs. Beast is a Puli breed, which is one of the rarest in the world. Only 83 Puli breed dogs were registered in the United States back in 2015. Compare that to the 70,000 Labrador Retrievers registered in the same year. It looks like Mark's one-of-a-kind life has a matching one-of-a-kind fur baby to match. What's not exactly one-of-a-kind with Mark's life are his breakfast and wardrobe choices. For breakfast, he just eats whatever is in the fridge. After he eats, just pick up almost the exact mix of clothes every day. More specifically, he just picks up a gray shirt, a pair of jeans, and some sneakers. According to Zuckerberg, he prefers to clear his head of other decisions unrelated to Facebook. In a talk he gave, the billionaire said, "My view is I'm in this really lucky position where I get to wake up every day and help serve more than 1 billion people. And I feel like I'm not doing my job if I spend any of my energy on things that are silly or frivolous about my life. So that way I can dedicate all of my energy towards just building the best products and services." Mark Zuckerberg takes clearing his head to a whole new level with his mansion in Palo Alto that has built-in artificial intelligence that caters to his needs and his family's needs as much as possible. Mark really showed us that AI assistants and rapid success in technology aren't just for Marvel's fictional icon, Tony Stark. What do you think about having an AI assistant in your house? Would you want one for yourself and your family? Comment your thoughts down below. On most afternoons, a tech mogul immerses himself in work. He reportedly spends about 50 to 60 hours a week on Facebook. Weirdly enough, he doesn't really use Facebook to connect with others. Instead, he has 12 employees to write his account status updates and maintain peace in his post comment sections. When this billionaire isn't on the grind, he spends time learning new things by himself, traveling with friends, and hanging out with his family. When he's having some time alone, he invested in learning a new language. More specifically, Mark has been learning Mandarin Chinese for a while now. He also aims to finish reading a new book every 2 weeks regardless of his work schedule. When he's out traveling the world, he gets to meet well-known personalities such as Vin Diesel, Pope Francis, and Barack Obama. More importantly, Mark spends as much time with his wife and daughters as possible because, according to him, family is the most important thing in life. Mark's first daughter with Dr. Priscilla Chan is named Max. Mark actually took a parental leave back in December 2015 right after she was born. 2 years after their first daughter was born, the couple announced that another baby girl was joining the family. Perhaps the most adorable part of this billionaire's daily routine is his family's nighttime prayers. Even if he is one of the richest and busiest men in the world, Mark never fails to tuck his daughters into bed, sing them Jewish prayers, and wish them goodnight. He once said in a Harvard graduation address that he sings the Misha Barak healing prayer written by Debbie Friedman to his eldest daughter Max every night before he tucks her into bed. Mark went on to say that the prayer goes, "May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing." After that, we assume he goes back to bed like the rest of us and wakes up the following morning to spend time on what matters to him most. That's all for this video sneak peek into the life of tech billionaire Mark Zuckerberg. For more videos like this, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any deluxe moment with us.